Hey everybody, welcome to the tower. I hope you're having a great day. If you're not having a great day, you probably come to the right place because tower moments are all I do, and let's figure out what's going on. All right, what do we do here? Well, I draw two cards from the major arcana deck, just like this, to find out your overall tower moment energy. Okay, pretty simple. Look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we will clarify. We will do three, two, three, and we will look at the bottom of the deck for one more piece of information, and that'll be it. All of these messages here are timeless, so whenever you're watching this, is when the universe wanted you to see it. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be 5 years from now. I don't know. Yeah, so hello from the future or the past or, you know, whatever. And there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. You, the person watching this over there, maybe even the person beside you. I don't know where you're watching this or how, or I don't know what your situation is. Let's find out what it is, though, right? Here we go. Let's get started. Hangman, you are Tunnel Vision City. You are definitely not seeing the bigger picture here. You are definitely, like I said, Tunnel Vision. There's no, I don't know what's going on, but something's got you distracted and you're not focusing on the big issues. You think you're focused on a big issue, but I think your life is kind of shaky. I want to say there's a lot of stuff going wrong that you're not noticing, that the tower moment is probably going to make you notice. And the Empress card on the bottom of the deck here, the bottom of the tower, which is the energy of attracting new ideas. So I think you're in for a crash. I think there's the energy's telling you here that if I were to stop this reading right now, there's going to be a big change coming in your life, and you're going to have to start bringing in new ideas and new realities, new directions to move in. Let's see what we can see on the bottom of the deck here. Justice and the Temperance card. So yeah, balance and harmony. I think that's what you want in your life, and that's what you're trying to get. Okay, but it's going to be a while before you get there, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. You, let's see what the rest of the cards say, yeah? No? Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, poor situation here. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is the energy of you are not investing in yourself the way you should be. You are so laser focused on one issue that there's something terrible that you're not looking at. When bad things happen to us, they make us pay attention to what's going on in our life, right? That's why the bad things happen. Because you just weren't paying attention. That's it. That's the only reason bad things happen to good people. It's a big mystery, and it's just like, well, you weren't paying attention to the things, and I mean, yeah, it's like, is the boss acting weird, and you're kind of oblivious to it? No, maybe there's some kind of firing coming down the way, but stuff like that is weird sounds in the engine. Oh, just ignore it, and then you wonder why bad things happen. Well, you ignored the warning signs. This is exactly what's happening here. You were ignoring the warning signs, but I think your life is falling apart because the Ten of Pentacles on this side of the tower is basically the energy of life falling apart. You physically meant, like, money wise, you feel like you're broke. You feel like you don't have enough. You feel like getting by is just difficult. You're in real struggle mode right now. So in the Ten of Swords is like you feel like this is the ending. This is it. You feel like you're at the end of your rope, and you're focused on that. Which, bad things happen because we don't pay attention to other things, and you're not investing in yourself like you should. So obviously there is something huge in your life that you're missing, that you're not looking at. And it's one of those things that when you see it, it's going to be too late to fix, but you're going to be like, oh man, if I could have only gone back and fixed this one thing, everything would have turned out okay. Let's see what the Tower moment says this life is. It's probably a relationship, Two of Cups. And, yeah, the Page of Wands here. So this is the energy of, are you focused on somebody? Is that what this is? Because this is the energy of extreme focus right here. And are you focused on the end of a relationship? Like, you don't want it to happen. So you put all of your energy into making this not happen to try to prevent it, to the point where the rest of your life just falls apart. Your work suffers, family connections suffer, everything kind of suffers because you're so focused on making this relationship you're in work that you forget to take care of yourself even. I mean, you gotta worry about yourself too, right? Yeah, I think that's what this is. It's really tense in your house right now, isn't it? Page of Wands, Two of Cups. A lot of fights happening. A lot of molehills in the mountains, right? You walk in the door and all of a sudden it's, you didn't do that, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, and you didn't do that. And it's just constant, a barrage of criticism, right? Sound familiar? I mean, you can't do anything right. You can't seem to even exist without someone yelling at you of how terrible things are. There's a lot of fiery communication, and that's the Tower. I think you're heading for a fight, and that's probably going to be the end of whatever your relationship you're in. This is the one thing you are trying to avoid. Remember, when we try to avoid something, that's how we usually end up doing it, right? I don't want to break up with this person, so I will do everything in my power to not break up with them and fix this relationship. And then doing all the things that you do is the exact reason why it breaks up, right? Or it's one of the oldest stories in the world. If you don't know, it's people always trying to avoid their fate, and they do all the things to avoid their fate, and that's exactly how they end up meeting it. That's the kind of road you're on right now. You don't want this to end. You don't want this to quit. You think you can save it, so you're trying to do everything you can, no matter how bad it gets, to push through, and we can fix this, and there's no fix to it. And in fact, if you probably just left it alone and worried about yourself and worked on yourself and, just started finding your own happiness again, this would probably all clear itself up on its own. I mean, they start yelling at you, okay, whatever, I'm going to go do this now. And then, don't even give the energy back to them. That's how you avoid this Tower moment, by the way. You don't fight. You just make yourself happy. Spend the money on yourself once in a while. Just do the things you want to do. Be happy. And, they might follow. Or they might decide that they want to leave, and then you're going to be like, well, I'm happy without them. I don't need them. I'm perfectly good without putting all of my energy into another person, trying to get them to like me again. Because once a person stops liking you, it's... You really don't get to come back from that. Empress. Four Swords. Nine of Swords. No, Four of Wands. Nine of Swords. I said swords because I was looking over there. Four of Cups. Yep. Empress. New ideas are coming in. You're going to lose your anxiety. You're going to feel at peace. You're going to feel happier. And you're going to ignore all this crap. Once you break up with this person, once you get away from them, once you're done with them, you're going to find out how peaceful life really is. And it's like, I can go to bed without doing the dishes, and I'm not going to wake up with somebody screaming at me about it. Just do things on your own time. You're going to come home from work, and it's going to be quiet. You can watch the shows you want to watch, and nobody's going to just do the sigh, like, oh, you're watching that again, or oh, this is so boring. They don't like it, but they're just doing the passive aggressive nonsense. You don't have to put up with that anymore. You're going to have all the time in the world for new ideas. Peace and harmony. Balance. I don't think this person you're with is good for you. I think you're obsessed with trying to make it work. You feel like you're obsessed with trying to make it work, and you are so focused on that, the rest of your life is falling apart. Friendships, family, everybody around you, they're just making distance. They don't even know who you are anymore. And you're so laser focused on trying to keep this together because, part of you don't want to be alone. I get it. You don't want to be by yourself, but and I'm telling you that once you experience peace and quiet, you've forgotten how good it was. And you're going to appreciate this life a lot more. Yeah, at the end of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles down here. Which is basically doing the same thing every day. That's what you're doing. You are absolutely focused on trying to make this relationship work when there's no fix to it. There's no repair. There's no, I can make this work because this other person you're with, they don't like you anymore. I mean, you know that. You can feel that, can't you? You're in hyper tunnel vision mode right now. Hanged man, not looking at any other angles. You're just like, I can make it go back to the way it used to be. I'm desperate. I can do this. I can do that. You're going to spend all your money. You're going to spend all your time and energy. You're going to be stressed out trying to solve this relationship problem, and there's no solving it. This person doesn't like you anymore. You can feel it. You know that. So just invest in yourself. Don't even worry about it anymore. Start saving your money. If you're living with the person, start saving your money right now so you can find a new place to live. Don't even mention it. Just do the things that make you happy. Because the life you're living right now is miserable. And then when the time comes, bail. Leave. You deserve better than this nonsense you're dealing with right now. Energy is gender fluid. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, that doesn't matter. It's just it resonates with you. Don't try to love somebody who obviously doesn't have any feeling for you anymore, okay? You can't flip that switch. And if you spend a lot of money and that switch gets flipped for a little bit and then it gets turned back off, they're using you for your money. Don't fall for that. All right? You deserve better, and you're going to get better. So start focusing on yourself. Make yourself happy. And then get out. Experience life with peace and quiet and balance. You deserve it. All right, I'm going to show you the cards right now, and we'll be done. Here we go. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. I do try to upload every single day, so if you'd hit the old subscribe button, that would help me out quite a bit. And share the video. Maybe somebody else needs to hear this message because, if I can help at least one person, I'm doing my job. But if this message helps other people, maybe they will find it useful too. That's up to you though, so I'm counting on you guys. All right, once again, thanks for watching. I upload every day, like I said, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.